Yep, it's another early morning. I'm back at work again. Well, maybe I should keep my mask. But I'm back at work again, and uh, I think it today is, or at least by I don't know American calendars. Today is April 14th, 2021. Sorry, I keep moving it. 2021, and I have about I the semester ends, like classes and stuff end about they end May 1st, but finals go till the 7th. uh Personally, my finals end on the 4th, so it's not looking too bad. My last video was an Xfinity video. I was just doing a review for life reasons, but before that, I said I'm about 2 months out from graduation. I talked about my classes and all of that other stuff. And today, I sh- my graduation is set for May 5th. At least that's when I walk. I officially, technically graduate in August because I do have one summer class. But I don't think that'll be any type of stress. I think I like blow through that class pretty easy. But what did I want to talk about? Oh, right now I'm doing a final paper for one of my classes so that I can satisfy my economics degree requirements, and it is freaking annoying. One of the things I've always hated, and this is why I major in like math, like statistics. If you don't know, is my first major. Um, Statistics is my first major, and then I do a double major in general economics. I only did it just because it was something to do, trying to make myself look more diversified and get more out of these 4 years that I'm here in college. So um, like I was saying, I hate papers. I hate papers with a passion. They're so subjective, and that's the reason why I hate them. And math, you do something right, you do it right. Like if I do 1 plus 1 equals 2 versus if I do 1 plus 1 plus 1 minus 1 equals 2, I still got to the same answer. Like I know that it's a little bit different, and that's probably not a good example, but you're right no matter what you do. And the thing I hate about papers is, like, for instance, on one of my papers I got the comment of like, this is a formal paper, you need to be more formal, you need to do this and that. I hate the fact that, like, because for me I was being formal. Like, I've used languages that I have in words that I would see, like, maybe from like a news anchor or somebody on TV or something like that. But it'll be like, one, it's so subjective in a way that, like, what is formal? For one person, their formal is completely different from your formal. So culturally, it might be a difference just right there. Like, no one understands you as much as you will understand you. So I put my time and effort into this paper, and I wrote something that I was pretty proud of. And I put in a lot of time, a lot of thought, and everything that I did into it. First draft, I got a 75. I'm like, wow, that kind of sucks. At first it was a 72, but I was like, that kind of sucks because I really put my all into this paper, and I thought it was great. Like, I loved what I put out, and to get a low C on it, barely a passing grade, it really sucked. I was like, well, that's some bullshit actually. But I got some feedback from the professor, and it was good feedback. It was quality feedback. I made some changes and stuff, and then on my second draft, I got an 84. Again, I really did feel passionate about what I put out. I felt even more passionate about what I added to it because I took those corrections, and I was like, wow, you do make some good points. Like, I can see how I can change that. It's some stuff I do disagree on. Like, most recently, I'm about to turn in my final draft and get a grade on it. But, like, my professor told me to, like, move a chunk of my paper to different locations, and I'm like, if I move that chunk of my paper to a different location, personally, I feel it would substantially hurt my paper. And that's the thing, though. It's like my paper. It's it's a product that I'm putting out, but somehow, like, in terms of like a subjective thing, someone can tell me like the way that I'm writing my stuff is not good for them and grade me on that. It's like if somebody tried to tell you like how to feel, it's like something like that. Even if you might be overreacting in a situation or something, but somebody telling you how to feel makes no sense because they're not really you. So that's just one of the things I always hated about papers. Like, that's why I hated English classes. It's so subjective, and I've always been like somebody who like I hated papers. I hated papers 100% since day one, and every time since about like fifth grade, I would put in my all into a paper, and never wanted to either. I put my all into a paper. I write everything, not everything, but I put my all into a paper, and I get back a C. It's always been like that. I get a C. No matter what I do, I think getting an A on the paper is probably like one of those impossible things unless I just feel zero passion about the paper. If I look at it like in the cold, logical rubric sense where I say, yeah, this is what you want, and you want me to talk about this point, I'll do this point, something like that. And it takes every bit of creativity out of doing a paper. And I know not every paper is a creative writing class, but like if I'm doing the paper, there's a way that I'm going to do it. So, I guess, whatever. That's enough complaining about that. It's not like I really feel any kind of way. I mean, I'm passing the class, and all I need is a C. It's a 1 credit hour course. I don't really care, like, as long as I pass it with a C or something. So I'm not really like upset with that, and I have no ill will towards the professor or anything like that. It's just that's just always been something that I hate. I just hate it doing. I hate trying to put myself out there in word form, only to always get a C. And it'll be like people who will like throw together a paper in like 5 hours, versus me who spread it out throughout the week, took my time, did hours of research, and I will still get a C. I just, I don't know. I feel like, how can you be creative if somebody else can just step on your creativity and tell you it's stupid and grade it to their standard? But yeah, like I said, I'm not pissed off at the teacher or anything like that. It is a little frustrating, but not like something that I stay hung up over. Like, you gave me a C on my paper. But that was one of the things that I know for a fact that turned me towards math more and took me out of the element of like reading, writing, and all of that stuff. Because I don't know, it just feels like why do that? But back to life. I am. I don't know. I think I said like 3 weeks. I don't know. It's the 14th. Yeah, I'm about 2 weeks to the end of the semester. That's crazy. That's so crazy to me. A lot of stuff I got to do. I got to work on some projects in my statistics class. I'm writing out. I'm currently doing a project about like it's a general linearized modeling project, and I'm going to try to predict the probability of having heart disease based on 14 variables, which I don't know. It's not gonna be hard. It's just projects suck. I hate projects, but what can you do? You got to be a student. Got to do what they tell you to do. My graduation is set for May 5th. I'm gonna be walking the stage in my brother's old cap and gown because I didn't see any purpose of buying my own, especially not with how everything was going with the Rona and all of that stuff. And my graduation, I can only have 4 people view me. It's only gonna be 10 participants, like 10 students and their families, up to 4 guests. Families got to be in like some faraway viewing area when we walk across the stage. So pretty much like my ceremony, my graduation will probably be about I don't know, 10 minutes, and like in total 10 minutes from like start to finish. So that's pretty fun at the same time because graduations are boring, but I planned on getting drunk and just chilling in the audience for my graduation, but I guess I can't do that. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be entering the job market soon, so let's see what that's like. I still stream on Twitch. I got to, I think, 73 follows. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I mean, it's not necessarily about the follows. It's more so about meeting the people. I like new people coming in and just chatting with me, hitting it up. It's just kind of fun to just be chilling, doing drunk crap, hanging out with somebody, talking to somebody from across the ocean. You know, that's always been pretty fun. Man, I am so ready to graduate. I don't know how people do it, where they go to school and then they go right back and get their master's. I'm like at the point where I'm burned out, where I'm just kind of like, man, screw a master's. I don't know. If an employer in the future tells me they'll pay for me to get my master's, then I'll do it. But other than that, I'm just kind of like, this ain't it. Not to say like people shouldn't go to college. You should if you have a major that will produce like a return on investment. But yeah, so that's it for this video. See ya. Have a good one. Peace.